Well, people, I've arrived. I'm doing my little live shows again. It'll probably be a maximum of half an hour. So please just stay with me. Please do the live chats as well. We're going to be doing a season review. Like, we're going to check out what's Liverpool done over the season and what we have to improve on, in order for us to challenge for the title. And we're going to talk about Newcastle as well because, they bought, well, their club have been bought by Saudi Arabians, and there's a lot more to that. So, yes, people, let's do this, people. Let's do this. Had to change up a little bit there, like it's not the usual. It's not all about me anymore. Like, it's about a team. So we've got a team on here now, and we have to like have the intro and the outgoings as well. In a way, it's all about us. So I'm not gonna put myself in the front anymore. So everybody knows it's me and Laser that share this channel now, and we share it with Maria and other guys like Anthony and etc etc. So it's all about the LRFC team now, and I hope you guys can join us. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it as well. We're going to be going to, obviously Anfield a lot. We're going to try to watch as much as games as possible of Liverpool Football Club. I have been a member for years, so finally, since the pandemic, they changed their ways in tickets. So, the people that have been members for years get tickets now, and that's what we're going to try and do. Get you some live footage from over there, chatting with the fans, and inside the stadium and outside the stadium as well. It don't have to be like one place, so we could do it inside and outside. But whoever's on now, thank you for tuning in. Please, if you're on Twitter and Facebook, come to our YouTube channel and subscribe as well. We're gonna try and get to 1,000 in the next let's say a few months, and see how far we can go. Because think about it this way: the more subscription we get, the more rights we get to the channel, the more like we could produce for you guys in the future as well. And the team on here, we're gonna do our best to get to the destination we want to get to. We're gonna obviously talk about Liverpool Football Club right now. We're gonna talk about the season so far. What do I think about the season? I think the season is like, it's had its up and downs, but it's okay. I'll tell you why. Because the way the point of view I'm looking from is, a lot of our players have come back from injury, and we don't expect them to be like 100% straight away. So it's going to take a while in order for them to get to what they were before, or closer to it, if you know what I mean. So let's check out the games we started with. Obviously, we started at Norwich away, which was a 3-0 game. What do I think about this game? I think the performance was outstanding. Obviously, Norwich had their opportunities. But 3-0 scoreline is a fair result from what I've seen in that game. And Diego Jota scored, Firmino and Salah. Mr. Salah, who is currently the best player in the world, and you can't deny him that. You can't deny Mr. Salah being the best player in the world so far. The Ballon d'Ors has come through, and he's in it. And some people who are not supposed to be in it are in it as well. But we'll save that for another day, as you guys know about it. So let's move on to the next game. I'm gonna be like here for half an hour maximum, so please, if you got any comments, put it in the comment section and tell me what you think of the season so far. Are you happy with it, or can we improve and put our stamp on the league that we're going to be obviously challenging for the title? Is it 1 point off the top? So it's still the league. It's a long way to go. It's a marathon, not a sprint, as I always say. So the next game was Burnley at home. Diego Jota scored and Sadio Mane scored. This game was more dominant than usual. Obviously, Burnley had their opportunities. Burnley are trying to play a different kind of football this season. They're trying to play the football like they want to attack and pass the ball compared to previous seasons, but it's not doing them so well because they're in the bottom half of the table. They're, I think, second from bottom right now, and the expansive football they're playing ain't showing what they are all about. So yeah, 2-0 to Liverpool this game. Do I say that game was deserving of 2-0? Yeah, I think so. maybe more if we could discuss it more. I mean, you could think about it that way, yeah. But I think, yeah, 2-0 was a fair result. Let's get to the chats. Yes, Aziz, big up Fuzzy. Andrew says yes, mate, and Aziz says 6 year 1 day of Jurgen Klopp. I think we're gonna save that for another day. You know, like, Jurgen Klopp is a legend, no matter what we say. And Andrew says definitely not bad start to the season, but defensively we need to improve. There's no doubt, mate. There's no doubt about that, because the defense is suspect at the moment. But as I was discussing the Burnley game, we played all right in that game. But you know, if you look at Liverpool this season, it's not the Liverpool that we know yet. Like I said in the beginning of this stream, I said some of those players need time to, adapt to what they used to, because the injuries some of them had is too serious for them to be like on top form straight away. So it's gonna take them time. It's gonna take them time. So let's stay positive and see what we can do after that. Where was I? After, hang on. Let me see where I was. Let's go. Hopefully I could find it finally. Yeah, the Burnley game. Then the Chelsea game. This game, I wasn't too impressed, people. I was really upset with this game. I'll tell you why. We paid too much respect to Chelsea in this game. And we're the home team. If in order for you to challenge for titles, these kind of games, you got to have, the mentality of winning these against your rivals. Because you're at home, first of all. Away is going to be always difficult. So when you're at home, you can actually show them what you're all about. But in that first half in this game, I don't know what it is with our rivals this season. For some reason, we're just showing them too much respect in the first half, and they have their own way of playing. And I don't think Chelsea, even though they're European champions, they are a footballing team yet. It's still Tuchel. I don't know what it is with Tuchel. He plays one way, but can he play another way if they're struggling in games? That's what you need to look at when you look at Chelsea. So this game was like 1-1, and they had a man sent off. But what upset me the most is when they got a man sent off, we didn't attack more. We was just too cautious in the game, and it wasn't really the game to do that. You could just like went forward and try to get a goal that way. Just get goal by any means necessary, and then you could actually defend. During the game, just to stop, shut up shop, and you don't have to like go all expensive. But yeah, this game, in my opinion, we should have won. But Chelsea played their game, and they were lucky to get out with a draw because of the 10 men they had. And we didn't go all expensive. That's what angered me about that game, if you know what I mean, people. Where was that on here? It keeps going. So after that game, obviously we had where was we? After the Chelsea game, we won Leeds away. This is where Mr. Harvey Elliott had a broken ankle. We was convincing in this game. Obviously, Leeds had their chances as well. Don't underestimate Leeds. Leeds have their own opportunities in this game, and like our defense is not like what it used to be at the moment, even though we've got like everyone back. So I'm not gonna expect too much straight away. It will take time for them to be what they were in the past, as everybody knows. Yes, Salah scored again. Fabinho scored this game, and Mane scored this game. And everybody knows how I feel about Salah. I know he's one of his biggest critics in the couple of seasons ago, but now he's playing as a team player, which I said in order for him to be the Salah of old, he has to be humble as he was in his first season when he came to Liverpool. He might have listened to me. I don't know. Because he's playing as a humble player, and he's willing to do, like defend for the team, attack for the team, do everything for the team, and he's doing it so far. But that game 3-0 was a fair result. Leeds had their opportunities. They could have had one or two, but they didn't finish their dinner. So yeah, 3-0. I agree with in that game. And let me get back to the chats. Let's see, where were we? There's a few chats in here. Aziz says, what do you think of Jota this season so far? Jota is one of those players I'm always going to be happy when he's on the pitch, but I'm going to be I'm going to criticize him at the same time as well. He doesn't score a lot. He doesn't he's not in the game a lot. That's what angers me with him. He loses the ball for far too easily. He needs to, like there's a lot of things he could work on, like positional sense of things, and passing the ball as well, because he struggles to pass the ball to his own players for some reason. And when he dribbles, he needs to dribble at the right times. He dribbles at the wrong times, in my opinion, from what I've seen of him. And yeah, he needs to improve on that from my perspective. Once he sorts that out, he's all, what is it, 24, 23? So once he sorts that out, he'll be all right. Because you got to think about it. It will take him time to understand how the negative side of his game you got to work on, and at least he knows what's the negatives. It's better knowing than not, like going into the pitch and you think you're perfect, but you're not. You know what I mean? So he knows the negative sides he has to work on eventually. Joe Power says, big up everyone. Yes, Mr. John Conway. Thanks for coming on, brother. I'm just doing a season review so far, so we could just discuss what's going on with the league and how we can improve during the season. Yes, Abdul, thanks for coming on, brother. Mr. B Rich Sports, please go to him and subscribe. Everybody knows that he's a cool guy, and he's one of those Manchester United fans you could actually have a decent conversation with, if you know what I mean. Yeah, please go and subscribe to Mr. Rich Sport. He's a cool cat. What is this? Matip's confident. Matip's, what is it? Matip's confident. Yeah, Matip is an outstanding player, so I'm not gonna argue that. This season he's been fit throughout, so that's impressing everyone. Like Matip, whenever you look at him, he's a wet tissue. You know what I mean? He just breaks apart. But this season he almost played every game. I think he had a couple of rests here and there, but he's played every game so far, and I'm not gonna complain about Matip. So like last season or the season before, Matip is doing his business, and I'm not here to discredit him. Well done, I say, for what you've done this season. Yeah, so let's get back to the chats. He says Salah is top quality, very sharp this season. Like I said, with Salah, he's playing like the first season. He's humble, he's defending for the team, and he's attacking at the same time as well. So when you go back to your roots, that's how you're going to play. But when you're desperate and try to shoot from every angle, here and there and everywhere, that's when you start losing the focus, and which he did during the seasons before this one. But yeah, he's quality. Let's just be honest there. So let's move on to the next game. Where were we? We was at Leeds, so we're going to be in the Champions League. Champions League as well, people. Let's talk about the Champions League. There ain't that many games, let's be honest there. I was at this game, and we did some videos outside. There's an actual video on our channel that people can check out as well. We won this by 3 goals to 2, but the defensive side of things wasn't working out, obviously, at Anfield. We was right behind the goals when Milan scored the goals. It was just too easy. And there's a lot to improve on, but the result was fair. We was the better team on the day. And when you don't study these teams, especially at AC Milan, you think to yourself, oh, they're not the AC Milan of old, we could beat them easily. That result can happen on a regular basis. You're going to think to yourself, why am I two goals to 1 down? You know what I mean? That's what happened to us in this game. And we was actually shocked, but we've managed to get it back, obviously. Tomori scored an own goal, Salah scored for us, and Henderson scored a volley. I was right behind that volley as well at Anfield, and it was quite good when we saw it. I think there's a video up there. I put a video recently about that game it was about 30 seconds, something like that. So please go and check it out. It's on our channel right now. Yeah, when Henderson scored that volley. Yeah, it was a fair result, 3-2, and it's just the defense. We just got to work on defense, and at least we know what to improve on than not, if you know what I mean, people. Yeah, right after that was the Crystal Palace game. This game was a bit one of those games that you worry when you watch, because 3-0 scoreline flattered us, and Palace did give us some problems in the game. They did have their moments, and on another day, if they had a clinical striker out front, they would have probably scored 2 or 3. But yeah, listen, 3-0 was the scoreline, and I'll take that if no one gives it to me. I've got to be honest about that. So yeah, let me get back to the chats. I'll get back to this in a minute. There's too many chats going on, you know what I mean? So Joe Power says, mate, are you feeling confident for LFC's next fixture against the Watford? That one is going to be difficult, Joe, because they got a new manager, obviously Claudio Ranieri, and the players will be up for it. This is the team we lost to a couple of seasons ago when we won the Premier League. We was undefeated until we faced Watford, and Lovren had his moments, you know what I mean, and then started mucking about at the back, and they scored their 3 goals. I think it was 3 goals to 0, as I remember. and that lost us our unbeaten run. So Arsenal fans would have been relieved. I think Arsenal were having a bus parade outside the stadium because the unbeaten run still stands. If you know what I mean. Yeah, they're gonna be difficult, man. I don't know what it is with Watford. Even at home, no matter what season it is, even if they fight relegation, we always struggle against them. I don't know why. I wish I can tell you. I wish I can tell you, man. Home and away is always a struggle. Will be interesting one. Yeah, Claudio Ranieri, confidence will be up. That 50% will go to 100% from the players now, and they facing obviously one of the best teams in Europe, elite teams. So yeah, they're gonna put us through pain, I think, in that game. And I've said it already. If we don't prepare well for that game, I think we're gonna get a loss out there, man. As he says, he's confident we can win the league. Read an interview earlier. Alrighty then. Oh, you mean Salah? I don't know. Maybe. Listen, I'm all for Liverpool. I want them to win the league. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say nah. I've already predicted them to win the league. So Liverpool should win the league from my eyes, from what I said. And I'm always going to be confident when it concerns Liverpool. Let's hope he can stay fit too. Matip. Matip. Listen, he's done well so far. 7 games, I think we played in the league, as far as I'm aware. Yes, 7 games, and he's played majority of them, and he hasn't been injured so far. So let's just give him the confidence and the boost that he needs from his fans, as they always say. Man's just chilling, supporting you from the gym. Oi, work out hard, yes? Work out hard, Casper. We'll speak soon anyway, bro. Thanks a lot for that, man. Yeah, so we move on. What was the next game after this one? Let me check. I'll come to the chats in a minute, people. Let me just check where we are. We've got 17 minutes gone already, so we're still going. We've got half an hour of the show to go. I'll try fitting everything as well, so don't worry about that, if you know what I mean. It was AC Milan and Crystal Palace. Then it was the League Cup. This one was a 3-0 scoreline. I think Norwich missed the penalty as well. I was doing it live. I think I was doing it live. I came straight after work and done it. Takumi Minamino scored twice and Divock Origi scored once. I think that was the last time we saw them on the pitch. No. It was a fair result. But, we had too many kids in this team and we were struggling at times. But yeah, I'll take that 3-0. And Divock Origi and Takumi Minamino actually showed that what they're all about. They are coming into the team. Even if you look at Origi against AC Milan, he was playing pretty good. I was at the game and I saw him and we were singing his name. We was actually singing Divock Origi's name in the stands. And that shows how far he's come. And this season probably has to be his last season of trying to, be in the first team, not on a regular, but in and out of the first team. So he's got to show to the management and the fans who always give him a bollocking that he's here and he's doing his bits on the pitch. And everybody knows about Kostas Tsimikas, what I feel about him. He's not getting the opportunity he deserves, but so far so good from my opinion. I don't know what you guys think on the chat. I think Kostas Tsimikas deserves a starting lineup. If it was a different team, he would have been in the lineup by now. So you got to be honest in that. Robertson is everybody's favourite, but it doesn't mean like he cements a place and he should play every game. Robertson hasn't been Robertson for a long time, if you ask me, because he's played too many games. He needs a rest. Robertson needs a rest, people, and you have to be honest with yourself. Like 3 or 4 games, just sit on the sideline, watch from the sideline, have a rest, and let this guy take your place for a bit, and then you could come back in afterwards. You know what I mean? We love Robertson, but when you play too many games, it takes its toll on you, as we all know. So let's get back to the game after this one. I have to go through it quickly, people, because the time goes further. I haven't done what I promised in the beginning, you know what I mean. Oh, it's the Brentford game, the game I lost the plot on. I lost the plot on this one. Let me tell you why. Brentford actually matched us for everything we done on the pitch, and we couldn't do anything about it. That's what angered me the most about this game. We gave clear chances to them. They teamed up against Trent Alexander on the back post a couple of times, and they scored, I think, a couple of goals out of that as well. So it shows that we've got a weak point we have to rectify, and it's the defense. You look at the scoreline 3-3, and they're saying Liverpool should score more. No, you can't really blame the strike force for this one, because the defense have to keep the clean sheet. You know what I mean? So if the strikers are scoring 3 goals, that should be a winnable scoreline. But we're not, because the defense is actually conceding left, right, and centre. They're not playing as a unit as they used to be. Like I've always said, if you don't fight for each other, you're not going to win games. And that's what's happened in this game. We wasn't fighting for each other. Players were getting past players like they wasn't there. They were crossing the ball to the far post against Trent, and Trent was losing every battle. Trent can put on all the muscles he wants, but he's got to win his battles. If you're going to head the ball and the man at the same time. I know I'm talking about like violently, but you got to talk about like conceding goals as well. We can't concede goals. In order for you to keep a clean sheet, you got to do it by any means necessary. That's why they put Milner as a right back. Milner actually heads the ball and heads someone on his head as well, just to get it away. But it looked like Trent was like out of his depth in that game, and they kept on targeting him, tag teaming him, like to me, like, you know, the Chuckle brothers. It was a joke. It was an actual joke. But look, the strike force are always scoring goals. Even Curtis Jones got a goal from outside the box, which we don't normally do as well. And it was an outstanding goal. It took a deflection, obviously, but still, the kids shot from outside the box and scored a goal. How many times do we say that about Liverpool? Liverpool only walked the ball in, like we're the Arsenal, you know what I mean, of the current era. And, you know, Salah scored, Diego Jota scored a header. But, you know, it's just the same guys who are scoring them, which is impressive. Yes, everybody complains about Jota, the way he's playing at the moment, but don't forget about Jota, he's still scoring the goals. What he needs to do, like I said, is work on his defensive side and his positional side. Like when he's got the ball, pass to your teammates, don't pass to the other team. Yeah, so let's get back to the chat. Obviously, Aziz is laughing at something, I don't know what it is. Joe Powell says, big up everyone. Big up at Rich Sport. Thank you, mate. Thank you, man. There's so many chat. I'm only going to be here for half an hour and look at it already. Big up at Caspar. The goals we conceded. It's too early for about that, but you know what he means. And he's laughing. What was this? Wish I was there too, mate. Just have been quality. Oh, you mean like the AC Milan game? Yeah, it was quality. It was a wicked day. Myself, Laser went down there, and it was one of the best days we had for a long time, actually. Yeah, one of those fixtures. Can't afford losses. Don't care if you tell me it's only week 8. Yeah, we can't afford losses. You know what I mean, we're the only undefeated team in the Premier League as well, people. Like, you got to think about it that way. And it's well deserved in a certain aspects of things, but in the other way, I wouldn't be shocked if we lost, because we are conceding goals in this season, left, right, and centre, which is unacceptable as well. Sometimes I think to myself, is it Klopp's problem or is it the team's problem? I think it's the manager's problem, because in the beginning of the season he was making too many rotations with the defence and with the midfield, and it just confused the whole team. But if you look at the season we won the league, we was consistent with our players. Like, we kept on playing the same players each game in, each game out. It's like in the beginning of the season we won like 8 out of 9 or something like that, because we played the same kind of players. That's what you got to do in order for you to win league titles, if you know what I mean, people. But if you're chopping and changing at the beginning of the season, that's why it confuses players, and players are all over the place, and then we can see goals left, right, and centre. So if you keep consistently the back four, the goalkeeper, and the 3 in front of them, I think you'll get a better chance of winning the league. But if you keep chopping and changing, that's when other teams come into it, and then, you know, you lose points, you draw too many, and the league just slips you by. Like, we should be top of the league right now, but unfortunately Chelsea are there. So you know how it goes. Aziz says, yeah, sorry, I meant Matip. Yeah, I know who you meant. Don't worry about that. Big up Caspar from Aziz. Edwina says, yes, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Mate, Norwich are getting relegated once more, I think. Yeah, listen, Norwich are not impressive at all, mate. Norwich are one of those teams that's just a yo-yo. They remind me of West Brom of today, and they're not learning from past mistakes. They just come into the league and play their football thinking, oh, if we play this way, we're going to maybe get it right this season. It's like Pep Guardiola when he goes to the Champions League semi-finals, trying to do some formation that doesn't even make sense to the previous formations he did in the previous games that got him there. So, yeah, it's bad, man. They need to learn how to defend, first of all, and then they will probably improve during the season. But they're gone. There's no way back for Norwich now, man. There's no way back. Yeah, so enough about that game. That game really irritated me, because, you know, like, there's a team that got promoted and they're playing like that against you already. Like, can they play in the Champions League playing like that? No. The Champions League team will beat them. So that's what you got to think about. This game confused me, people. I got confused with this game. I thought like Liverpool are back. They had a chat about how to defend, and how to attack at the same time. But yeah, the 5-1 I think was just a smokescreen. I think we should have done. I think Porto are as bad as that scoreline against Liverpool for some reason. We always beat them by a hefty scoreline, no matter what season it is, and it's still continuing for some reason. Yeah, so that game was just a smokescreen. I'm not convinced by it. I still think Liverpool have problems at the back, and we're going to improve on it hopefully eventually. So we're going to talk about the 2-2 draw against the Manchester City. This game was a game of two halves, as they say. It was a game of two halves if you think about it. The first half, they dominated it. We fouled them outside the box. We fouled them near the box and all that stuff. It was just all over the place that first half by Liverpool Football Club, and the way we prepared for this game, it was just unorganized for some reason. It was just like the Chelsea game, to be fair. The Chelsea game was the first half was as bad as this as well. For some reason, at home against our rivals, we don't do that like full throttle football anymore. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened to our full throttle. Like normally, when we're playing against the top teams, we attack in the first 30 minutes non-stop until we get a goal. But now it looks like we have to wait for them to start the game, and then we come back in after. And it doesn't look like it's working because we're not winning the games. We're drawing the games, actually. We're not losing the games. We're drawing the games. And that 2-2 scoreline is a bit flattering for Liverpool, but you got to take it because of the second half performance by Liverpool, and we deserved the actual scoreline, the way we scored the first goal, and they had to come back and get the leveler. Obviously, Sadio Mane scored, created by Mo Salah, and Mo Salah dribbled past the whole defense of Man City and scored it as well with his right foot, with his wrong foot, by the way, and it was well deserved. What do I think about the season so far? I think out of if you put percentage wise, I think we're about 70. You know what I mean? There's still more to come, if you know what I mean. So we're still missing another 30% because the defensive side and the team ethic. If you know what I mean, like if you look at our team, we're not like this anymore. We're more like this. So we just have to come in together once the defense sorts itself out. Once its defense gets sorted out, once the midfield gets sorted out, once the strike force sorted out. Only Salah is the only consistent performer in our team. That's what's angering me most of all, people. And it doesn't look good when only one player. We're going to be like the 90s Liverpool and noughties Liverpool one-man team again. We don't want to go back to that. We're more of a unit instead of individual players. And the way it looks like at the moment is Salah is saving us at every cost. And it shouldn't be like that. Because Salah should get support from the other players. Can you imagine? Think about this, people, yeah? We're second or third in the league. Let me check it out. Let me go back. We're second or third in the league. Sorry about this, people. I don't know what is going on. Hopefully I could bring it back. So the league looks like this if it comes back. There you go. We're second in the league. Obviously 1 point behind the leaders. We've won 4 and drew 3. We haven't lost any. We're the only undefeated team in the Premier League. It looks good, but when you draw too many, it could still cost you the league, if you know what I mean, people. So we need to start winning on a regular. The only team above us is Chelsea with 1 point, but they won one more game than us. You know what I mean? Obviously, they lost a game. Like I said, we haven't lost a game, and we're still second. They've lost a game, but they're top of the league. So it shouldn't be like that, if you know what I mean. We just have to come back as a unit, and then we'll see where we could go from there. I think this season has been great compared to last season when we were struggling in the league, but there's a lot of improvements. There's a lot of improvements, mainly the defensive side, and mainly all the players coming together as one, and stop chopping and changing and confusing the system, if you know what I mean. The manager doesn't understand we haven't got the squad that actually can be chopped and changed. We only got first 11, and then whatever comes after that, that's all we got. We haven't strengthened the team enough to think to ourselves, well, like Man City, Chelsea, Man United. You know what I mean? You look at Man United's bench, and then you look at the players on the pitch. It's the same. It's more or less the same. You look at our bench and you look at the players on the pitch. It's not the same. The bench is very weak. So he needs to understand the first 11 is the main focus of the team. Get as much as points you can in the beginning of the season, and then we can see where we are at the end of the season. So that's For me, Liverpool, 80%. I think they could get the other 30 during the season. Just improving, innit? That's all we need. We need the players to improve and the system to, go back to normality as it used to in the past. But don't chop and change, Klopp, man, and then we'll be all right after that. So let's speak about Newcastle, people. Obviously, everybody knows Newcastle have been taken over. We've gone over the 30 minutes now. I'll just give it a couple of more minutes. As everyone can see, Newcastle currently, their owners are the richest in the world. Believe it or not, people, even that I speak like a Cockney or English or whatever it is. I was born in Saudi Arabia as a kid as well, so I lived there 9 years of my life, and I know a lot about this than most people, if you know what I mean. I just want to know, what's the aim for Newcastle in the next coming season? Are they going to be actually challenging for the titles? Are they going to be outbidding teams? What's their ambitions? You know what I mean? And in the next couple of seasons, I know this takes time in order for them to compete like City, like Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, you know what I mean, etc. But what is their aim like? Are they gonna ruin the football in this league? Because it's gonna be Moneyball. That's what worries me about these Arabs coming in, the oil merchants coming into the league. They're spending and spending to the extent that other teams below them will be bankrupt and then probably administrated, and then they're gonna go into liquidation, and then they're gonna be disappearing off the face of the earth. That's what worries me about this actual oil money coming to the Premier League. Listen, I'm all for Newcastle owners. They deserve to be better than what they are, but let's look at them in the league, guys. Yeah, how unfair is this? Let me the reason I say that is I don't know what is going on here. Hopefully I could get it back up. My screen is frozen. Hopefully I could get it. Sorry, people, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to and it's not letting me. Let's go. Okay, let me share the screen again, people. It got frozen for some reason. So I'm looking at the league, yeah. I'm looking where Newcastle are. So currently, yeah, they are 19th. So when this money comes in and they buy it in January, when the transfer window opens again, they'll be right above that. So how unfair is it to the rest of the teams that's down below than there? That's what I'm asking you guys questions about. Please put it in the comments as well. So you're basically buying your way out. That's what I'm trying to tell you, people. Listen carefully to what I'm saying to you. Yeah, they're buying their way out of that bit. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna buy their way out of the bottom half, and then there's another team there that don't deserve to be there, and they're gonna be going down. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to get at here, people. Think about that. How unfair is that when you see things like that? That's gonna happen. Just watch the league, and then we're gonna come back in January, after January, and we're gonna look into it, and I'm gonna do another season review, and I'm gonna show you from this moment, and then when they get out of it, and the teams that get relegated. So far, they deserve to be where they are. They shouldn't be climbing out of that. So that's what's angering me. One of the things that's angering me as well. Yes, Arabs have bought into teams in the Premier League. How much more can we withstand this to happen on a regular basis? Are we going to be that league that's just money based and there's no other passion about it? Fans are going to say, this ain't my club anymore. I'm going to walk away from it. I can't take it anymore. You know what I mean? I used to go down there to have fun, and enjoy my club for what it was. Or are we going to be just, Moneyball, just, spend whoever we were, get Mbappe, get this player, get that player, and all that stuff. It just ruined the league. And, if Man City buys this player, we're going to buy this player. It's just tit for tat and all that stuff. It's just it's going to be like that. It's going to be monopoly, and it's going to be a ruiner for the league, in my opinion. And what I want to know, let me say something to you people. What Saudi Arabia is, is a country in Asia. And what worries me the most is these kings and princes or whatever it is, they've got a past. I mean, so they're not going to be clean. They're not going to be we're going to be clean. We're not going to do anything wrong. No, their country stands for, human cruelty. Let's just be honest there. They chop off people's hands. They do all kinds of stuff in that country, and they're going to bring that into the Premier League. And don't forget, they were in legal battles with someone getting killed in Turkey as well. So you got to think about a lot of stuff they are involved in the coming in the coming years, because I don't think they're going to be clean. I think people are going to be questioning them as they go along. That's what's worrying for me. And what are Newcastle going to be like once the dirt comes out one day, like again and again and again? What are Newcastle going to be like? Are they going to be one of those teams that people are going to make fun of, like their owners, and people are going to investigate the club eventually because they bought a club, but what's behind it? That's what I want to know. Like, what are the Saudi Arabians gonna do? Like a U-turn on their lifestyle back home? Are they gonna be alright with everything? Are they gonna not kill people, or they not chop people's hands? What are they gonna do? What's human rights gonna be in that country for you guys to accept them in this league? And I mean, that's what I want to know as well. So there's a lot of things you got to discuss on these people. I mean, it's not like they've been taken over by angels. The human rights in that country is human cruelty. Let's just be honest there. Women don't get rights like they do over here, and they're just been driving recently. I mean, they're trying to open up, not actually gonna do it. They're trying to, but how long is that gonna stand? I mean, if the prince changes tomorrow, they could go back to what they were before. So you got to think about a lot of stuff. I mean, yes, I'm all for Newcastle like getting a new owner and all that stuff. But what's behind it? Once the dirt comes out again, what's going to happen to Newcastle Football Club? That's what I want to know. Yes, people, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And listen, good luck for Newcastle and their riches. But things will come out eventually when people investigate these kings and princes or whatever they are. So that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, I mean, all happy, everybody jumping up and down. But think about the backgrounds of these owners as well. I mean, I was born there, so I know about that country. Even though I was 9 years old when I came over here, but I was born in Saudi Arabia. Don't forget that, people. So I know how cruel that country can be as well. Even though I'm born there, it doesn't mean I'm from there, because they don't accept black people or any other color other than Arabs over there as well. So even though I was born there, my passport says I was born in Saudi Arabia, but I'm not a citizen. That's how it is. That's because I'm a different color. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, people. So yeah, you got to think about it. There's a lot of stuff they have to change in order for them to be accepted in the Premier League. There's a lot of work for them to do, but I can't see it happening. And when the dirt comes out, all I want to know is how the actual Newcastle fans going to take that. And I mean, let me read out the comments before I go anyway. Where am I? Right. Let's, what's it? Rubbish defensively. Just don't care about it anymore, says Abdul. We done to the front three still. Holy, I never conceded 3 goals. Yeah. Let's see this one. Should have never conceded. Oh, should have never conceded. Sorry. Type auto correct. Yeah, it's okay. Katie, sorry, I'm leaving in a minute, so I'm just looking at. Can't wait for the season to resume. We'll never walk alone. It has been poor. These international breaks are just boring, like she says. Yeah, 100% agree. But Klopp makes unnecessary changes very often, but when on the pitch and underperforming, nothing. The substitutions is all wrong. Let's just be honest. Against City, I don't know what we've done. I forgot that game so quickly because of the first half performance. I don't even know what we've done in the second half. I mean, very confusing for me, as much as I love the guy. I know. Oil money. Well, we go. If you wanna buy success, that's the way. Well, if you think about all the successful clubs in the modern era, they're all owned by oil money. Even believe it or not, people. Russians at Chelsea, they are oil money. I mean, that's who started all this nonsense. What worries me about the Premier League is, like, will the clubs be owned by the fans anymore? And is it going to be to the extent that that these foreign owners are just going to drive the locals and the actual people that actually support the club on a regular basis away? I mean, because I've heard a lot of Man City fans. I used to be outside Man City back in the day. People, my cousins lived at Old Main Road, and we used to be one of those kids that always say, "Mind your car," and we get panned for it. That's what we used to do outside the stadium in the old days, as I remember. Yeah, so yeah, that club has changed a lot. It's not Man City I know anymore, and from what you can see nowadays, they struggle to get fans in the stadiums because you got to think about it. Like, a majority of the fans that support Man City, their fans are the ones who work hard. You know, just hard-working people, and they actually some of them are arguing with the current Man City fans, saying to them, "Well, I supported my club through the bad times when Georgie Kanklatse was there, you know, and Summerby and all these players were playing. Niall Quinn was playing for them, and then you guys come along and just ruin our club with all this different way of thinking, and it's not right. It's not right for Man City, in my opinion, because I used to like Man City, not anymore. With these new fans, nah, no chance. Well, first of all, they need to fight to stay in the Prem. Yeah, listen, it's Newcastle. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're at the bottom half of the table, people, and they're 19th now. They haven't won a game all season. So in January, I'm expecting them to get out of that bottom half and then probably climb up that table. And then someone who doesn't deserve to be there is going to go down there, which is unfair. So money will talk in the coming months. Trust me on that. They always find a way. Abdul, don't you worry about it. Yeah. Sorry, people. There's so many comments on here, man. I have to leave, but I have to read some of it. You know what I mean? I can't be. If I didn't read yours, please, I'm sorry. Yeah. So someone approved the takeover. Controversial stuff, mate, for sure. I have to tell the truth. You know what I mean? If you're born there, you know how the country is. You know what I mean? I was born there. I'm not even a citizen. You know what I mean? I'm more of a citizen in Britain than over there. So this is the cruelty these people come with, and people accepting it doesn't even make sense to me. I'm not jealous of Newcastle. I am all for Newcastle getting taken over by rich people, but not these people. That's what I'm trying to say. Unless they improve their country and give everyone a chance, I'm not all for that. Definitely a good club, I think. Look at City, they can't complain. They get away with stuff too and win titles, I think. Yeah, 100%. Sorry if I missed your comments, people. Yeah, I'm just going to go down to the bottom and then I'm going to be gone. Big up Fozzie from Steve Copkin. Big up, mate. Fire outside Anfield. Please go and subscribe to him. He's a genuine guy. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. I know him. Torch is a very nice guy. So go and subscribe to him. FSG out, you never walk alone, Louis says. FSG again, we're going back to that. You know, like, you got to think about it, people. Like, the Super League talk now. Is that a bad thing anymore when you see Arab owners coming into the actual Premier League on a regular basis? You got to think about that. Super League ain't so bad anymore, is it? Super League was like fair playing field, all at the same level. Now, you know what I mean? It's going to be like that, like too far apart with these money kings. So Super League ain't a bad thing anymore, people. You know what I mean? We was complaining about Super League. Now it ain't a bad thing, is it? Imagine you have 260 billion and you to buy Newcastle though. Listen, Newcastle needs someone. They needed someone on a regular basis, so they've got big up for this. No worries. Thanks for the show today. Much appreciated. No worries, man. It had to be done, innit? I have to talk about things in regards to football, and it doesn't have to be always Liverpool. It's a Liverpool channel, yeah. But if something like breaking news happens, I have to bring it to you guys, and I think on this channel we're gonna try as bring can't say it. On this channel we're gonna try bring as much as possible for you guys, and it doesn't have to be just Liverpool based. We could do like things like this on a regular as well. But yes, people, we will be back. We will be back soon because the Premier League is gonna be restarting next weekend, and I haven't done the schedule for Monday yet. But hopefully by tomorrow I'll find out what we're gonna do, and then I'll let you guys know. Thank you for tuning in. Please stay on. Obviously we've got Maria, we've got Laser, we've got myself, we've got Anthony, we've got Dan the Man, who's a Scouser, and we've got Rob as well, who's a regular on here. So all of us will be back together soon, and I want you guys to be part of the chat. So please, whenever we come back on, get on the chat and, you know, have your say and support the channel, share it around with family and friends. You know what I mean? We're all together as one, as we say, and you know, you're gonna get more, like, better coverage than what you're getting now, because we're gonna be at the stadium on a regular basis. We're gonna be inside the stadium as well. I'm not going to like a game where I'm gonna sit outside the whole day while the game is going on in the stadium. I have to be inside in order for me to go to Anfield, so I'm gonna get as much as tickets as possible. I should be going to 4 or 5 games this year, so please join us for that. And you know how it goes, people. We're gonna bring the best for you. All right, guys. Take care, everyone, yeah? And I'll see you soon.